What up, my internet peeps? How are you doing, guys? I'm Mwisk and I'm here to say why Art of Fighting for the SNES was awesome to me. Back when I was a child, I got an SNES around 1993, and I remember getting 2 free rentals for purchasing the system. One of the games was Fatal Fury, and at the time I already had my first experience with Street Fighter 2 earlier that year, like in a big cabinet in a shady bar. And by the way, as a Brazilian, my first pick was, you guessed it, Blanca. And these 2 series, they introduced me to fighting games. And the 2 biggest companies and masters of the genre back then was Capcom and SNK. So one day I went back to the rental store and I got me Art of Fighting. And boy, do I have memories of that port. Art of Fighting was a game created by SNK, which added a lot of really interesting concepts, introducing things like dashes, balances for fireball zoning, and super moves. Yokyu Hambu is one of the very first supers of fighting games. Originally, Art of Fighting takes place in the same universe as Fatal Fury, but in its past, dealing with a South Town threatened by the rise of one Geese Howard. In the first game, we follow Ryo Sakazaki and his best friend Robert Garcia in their quest to find Ryo's kidnapped sister's whereabouts. Ryo and Robert were obviously inspired by Street Fighter main characters, Ryo and Ken. Ryo is a Kyokugen karate practitioner, and Robert is a Steven Seagal-esque bon vivant. In their journey through shady alleys, bars, temples, all the way to fancy French restaurants, the duo encounter many interesting characters, some of which have since become staples in the King of Fighters series and the SNK universe, like the bouncer with a secret, King. King was originally introduced as a man, and in an interesting and fan-service way of integrating storytelling and gameplay, you could actually reveal her true identity by finishing the round off with a special move. The result would rip King's clothes off, revealing her secret as a lady. Plus, boobies. And the song for her stage is amongst the best in the series. She became very popular in the SNK universe, and up to this day is still one of the few characters that still has the same finishing effect in games like King of Fighter 13, where you can actually rip off her clothes, finishing with special moves, as a shout out to the original Art of Fighting. And it wasn't just King's song that was incredible. The whole soundtrack was super awesome and memorable for me. The SNES port had incredible music. The sound chip in the SNES actually allowed for better and improved versions of the songs in the original arcade release. Of course, the SNES could never emulate the arcade graphical quality, and every sprite and detail had to be severely downgraded, but the trade-off was spectacular music, with themes such as Toto's, Lei, Mickey's, King, Mr. Big, and the ending theme that was just incredible. And to get to such rewarding song, at the end of the story you face the mysterious Mr. Karate, who is the final boss of the game. The man wearing a Japanese Tengu mask and bearing a striking resemblance to the main protagonist turns out to be Ryo's father, Takuma Sakazaki, who in a very down-to-earth gambling/depression issue was temporarily seduced and blackmailed by a corrupt police officer called Geese Howard, who needed a strong fighter to kill his rival Jeff Bogart, and the father of Terry Bogart. And for those who are familiar, Geese later becomes the kingpin of Southtown Mafia and one of the greatest villains in fighting game history up to this day. By the way, a huge shout outs to Namco for putting Geese as one of the DLC characters as a guest character for Tekken 7. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are super hyped to getting their hands on Geese and predictable everyone in their matches. With interesting characters, nice gameplay mechanics, bonus stage that actually progressed your character, and a very unique story mode for its time, Art of Fighting was an incredible, memorable port. And with the SNES sound processing power, the wonderfully remastered tracks gave the world and its character an even more unique charm. Mick's stage is just too awesome, like to be in that alley fighting that boxer who looks like a hobo screaming "Bunny Upper" is just awesome. And there you have it. Those are my reasons why was it awesome. If you have the opportunity, check this version out and give it a shot, and then compare it with the original and super hard arcade version. It did body damage way before Mortal Kombat though. Did you like the video? And if you're interested in similar reviewish videos of old games that I've played, okay, be sure to subscribe to the channel, okay, and show your support. Would really appreciate it. You can find me on Facebook as well, and also at Twitch and Twitter. And you can check my social medias there on the description of the videos. And I really would appreciate the like and the subscribe, okay? Be sure also to click the bell so you can get the notifications. I also post videos about Street Fighter, okay? It's mostly for now the channel will have like Street Fighter matches and stuff related to Street Fighter 5, which currently is the fighting game that I've been playing the most, okay? But pretty soon I'm gonna branch it out to other games, and hopefully I will go back to Skullgirls one day. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. This is MWhisk. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.